This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and stuff. Hi there, you two. So, which one of you is Rihanna and which one is Chris Brown? I'm sorry, too soon? And there's your hardware. If you think an opponent doesn't know the answer, hit your screw button and you'll force them to answer immediately. If they miss it, you win big. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
the San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating season.
Pick the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to win a fabulous prize and big cash. And right this way.
Get ready, time for question one.
Right off the bat, bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%, 40%, 80%, or 100%? Player one, not much time left. Player two, Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water. But that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Tell you so.
Open wide for his acting is alright. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Ages, the McCona Industrial Age, the McCona Middle Ages, or the McCona Enlightenment Age? Player one, watch the clock. Players one and two, all wrong. The correct answer is, the Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages. Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Here we have, brought to you by the letter U-nibrow.
It's to put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie, Bert, the Count. Bert, Ernie, the Count. The Count, Bert, Ernie, or Ernie, the Count, Bert. Player one, watch the time. Player two, Ernie has no eyebrows at all, Bert has one long single eyebrow, and the Count has two eyebrows! That earned you an extra grand. And yet, none of them have ever blinked. Take a good look at Duck, Duck, Swan. Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rothbart, or Odette? Players one and two. Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college. It's time for the man in the backwards yellow hat, and it's a dis or dat. Player 1. You're behind at the moment, so this dis or dat has got your name on it. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber, or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press the square button. If it's Curious George, press the circle button. Player 2. Lock in your answer before player 1, because if player 1 gets it wrong and you get it right, you steal the cash. Alright, let's get started. Peed in a mop bucket. Broke his leg. Alright. And got it. Forget George, I'm curious how someone could do this badly. I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. That's round 1. Don't forget, in round 2, all the cash is doubled. And don't forget, big cash prizes can be yours if you find the wrong answer to the game. Okay, we're bringing it on. Here's one for you. Dumber and Dumberer 2. So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, odder, oddest, or odderest. Player 1. Now that's just the dumberest answer I ever heard. Player 2. Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Next up, let it go, let it go, let it go. At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius, or 30 degrees Rankine? He's a snowman. Player 2. Player 1. You may not know how temperatures work. It was begging to be picked. 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah blah blah, he can magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman.
Follow me down to the sea.
And now, Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
First spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? Players 1 and 2? That answer has a hole in it. Why didn't you pick this? Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts. I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall. Why not try wine or lose? If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnays, the Washington Malbecs, the Washington Pinot Blancs, or the Washington Rieslings? Player one. This isn't going to go with dinner at all. Player 2. Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn. May I introduce I Wanna Lick and Roll All Night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? About 5 inches deep, about 10 inches deep, about 20 inches deep, or about 30 inches deep? Players 1 and 2. An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long. So that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore. Welcome to the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press the X button. 2,000 big ones if you're right, 2,000 gone if you're wrong, and of course,
remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck. Player 2 is our winner! Player 1, it's not that you lost to Player 2 in such a devastating manner. It's not that you can never show your face around here again. Let's just say that... You don't know Jack!
Hi, I'm Mike Builder, General Manager of Jackbox Games. We've been hard at work coming up with new ways that you and your friends and family can play You Don't Know Jack. Don't have a lot of game controllers? Not a problem, because you can play this very game using your phone or tablet as a controller. But that's just the beginning. In the coming years, it's my hope that instead of using a regular controller, you'll be able to play our games using a regular TV remote, a calculator, a block of wood with buttons crudely drawn onto it.
Salutations, and welcome to Lie Swatter, the massive true or false trivia game. We can accommodate a huge number of players in a game. I hope that impresses you. Alright then, before we get started, don't forget, new players can go to this website and enter this room code to join the game at any time. Let's begin! You're going to see 7 crazy facts pulled from these fact categories. Avon was originally associated with the Jehovah's Witnesses. Use your device to pick whether you think the fact is true or a lie. A bolt of lightning is 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. Kurt Cobain owned the socks Ernest Hemingway wore when he shot himself. Lisa Simpson's saxophone music was recorded by John Coltrane. The Santa Maria crashed after Columbus went to sleep and a boy was told to steer the ship. Hunter S. Thompson promised to rename Aspen, Colorado, Fat City if elected sheriff. Birthday cake in Greece tastes bitter to remind people of mortality. And here's where everyone stands at the end of round 1. Here are your next 7 fact categories. Cornflakes were invented to curb people's sexual appetites. Bill Murray broke Robert De Niro's nose. There's a dorm named after Al Capone at Illinois State University. Joan Rivers was waterboarded by her grandson. A man in Florida accidentally shot a bald eagle with a starting pistol at a track meet. Wow. 1,000 babies are conceived in elevators a year. Wow. A spider has a small orgasm every time it bites something. Here are your scores. For the final round, all the facts will be about one category. That category is buttholes. With a little probing, you can figure out which of these butthole facts are true and which ones are full of The Rolling Stones considered calling themselves the Buttholes. Some turtles can breathe through their buttholes. Butte, Montana's oldest bar is the Butte Hole. Wow. 40% of emergency room visits in the U.S. are butthole related. Wow. 1 in 5,000 human babies are born with a missing or misplaced butthole. Fidel Castro was born with 3 buttholes. Your nose, ears, and butthole never stop growing. Let's see the final scores. It's time for another game of Lie Swatter. You're going to see 7 crazy facts pulled from the following fact categories. The North Pole is owned by Russia. Wow. 60% of Earth's volcanoes are located in outer space. Ryan Adams was born on the same day as Bryan Adams. The founder of Taco Bell is the great-grandchild of Alexander Graham Bell. Discotheque literally means record library. Madonna's cone-shaped bra sold for $28 at auction. Wow. A cow holds the Guinness World Record for longest continuous fart. And here's where everyone stands at the end of round one. Here are your new fact categories. In Latin, vagina means sheath or scabbard. A female yak is called a knack. Charles Darwin quit med school because he couldn't stand the sight of blood. The word vajayjay. Gallagher headlined the Moulin Rouge for 6 months. The borders of Ecuador form a perfect square. Amsterdam has a post office inside a brothel. Here are your scores. For the final round, all the facts will be about one category. That category is square roots. Yes, we are going to do square roots now. Some are true and some are lies. Good luck and Godspeed. The square root of 443,556 is 666. The square root of 555 is 24. The square root of 7,569 is 87. The square root of 1,800 is 911. The square root of 999,009 is 999. There is no square root of 0. The square root of 813 is dog. Let's see the final scores. It's time for another game of Lie Swatter. You're going to see 7 crazy facts pulled from these fact categories. Mississippi has the second highest Jewish population in America, next to New York. Taco Bell hot sauce is really good at cleaning pennies. A Harvard study found that women were more likely to orgasm while a saxophone solo played. Alpacas are fertile for 2 weeks after dying. Time travel was invented in 2079. Tadpoles steer themselves in the water with their penises. The founder of Atari also founded Chuck E. Cheese. And here's where everyone stands at the end of round 1. Here are your next 7 fact categories. Squirrels only sweat from their tails. Women in Liechtenstein have a life expectancy of 99 years. Finland introduced poisonous snakes into their forest to increase general danger. Apple-flavored Snapple is made with pear juice and no apple juice. Stephen King graduated from clown school. Emperor Nero appointed a duck to serve as a Roman general in 66 AD. The bikini was invented by an automobile engineer. Here are your scores. For the final round, all the facts will be about one category. That category is Secret Service code names. Some of these code names assigned by the Secret Service are true, and you guessed it, some are lies. Dick Cheney's Secret Service code name is Unkillable. Prince Charles' Secret Service code name is Unicorn. Hillary Clinton's Secret Service code name is Rawhide. Donald Trump's Secret Service code name is Zeus. Ted Kennedy's Secret Service code name was Sunburn. Dan Quayle's Secret Service codename is Potato. Ronald Reagan's Secret Service codename was Bonzo. Let's see the final scores.